So some people have asked if I could give suggestions. I'd like to state I am not a genius at this game. I just have way too many hours playing. Yes, I have used real money and bought gold. That's how some of my really fancy mounts were gotten. But I've been playing such a long time that I spent a long time saving the silver and stuff. Back in the day, you know, I'm an old man, I could buy a swift cloth between 3,000 and 5,000. If I bought one for 6,000, that was a lot. And I bought hundreds of them because I took my money and never lost it in the, well, at that time, knockdowns in the yellow. And I never did the red and black and lost everything. A lot of people say they couldn't play that way. Well, that's great. Frankly, if you're happy doing it, more power to you. There's this guild that I am part of their Discord, and I talk with them. And that's a lot of what they do. And awesome. And they keep picking on me, and I'm extremely happy for them when I see them skinning their T8 mammoths up there in the black zones and stuff. And but so I would buy a lot of these babies of the Swiftclaw, but I always gathered my hides out of Bridgewash and would get stags, and that's how I ended up with the stags. I don't want to say I never bought a stag, but I don't believe I ever did. But so here's my thought on if you're going to start and you want to do an island. Never get the full island as a get-go. Because you can do an alt player and end up with 2 islands with 4 plots on it for the cost of going to the I forgot how I was saying it. Bringing your island to T8 is more money than getting an alt, paying for it, and getting the month of premium to get the island. And I always ran that other player, gathering carrots. That's how I got all my skins. TRSC. Alright, let's go to the guild. That's probably easier. He has his guild. All these are alts that are in the guild, not counting alts that have their own guild for their own guild island. I have a guild island in every city. I have between 3 and 4 farm islands in every city. And for many years, I ran 3 players, paying premium for gardening. Always gardened. Back to the original thought. Sorry, I got distracted. Do a 3-island plot. I would suggest 1 plot for herbs, 1 plot for carrots, and 1 plot for raising animals. Once you can do T3 horses, have fun. It's easy enough to get the material to make them a riding horse, easy enough to sell. And everybody, there'll be people who tell you, oh no, do this. That's just what I do. Simple, cheap, easy. Play it for a little bit, change it up. Eventually, if you want to go to a T8 island because they are pretty and all that, lots of plots and all that good stuff, do it in the later time. You don't need to start with that. With the mist, you don't have to go to every major city to gather. You know, it was always Fort Sterling. You had to go gather the metal and stone out there. Bridgewatch, you had to go over there and gather hides. Thetford Thetford you could get leather, fiber, and trees pretty easy. And, you know, honestly, I think the mist has made it a lot easier because you can gather everything. And if you do run multiple players, the benefit of having the guild island, you can share. Put everything in one place instead of the city bank tab. And most of my islands are between 4 and 5 because I did not realize the cost when I first started. And the fact that I'm kind of a little older and a little financially stable might be a way of putting it, that it's okay for me to drop $100 every once in a while. It doesn't destroy, you know, my bank account. But I suggest gather and take half of your proceeds and put it aside. If you're one of those players who likes to go out and do the red and black zone, I don't know how well this would work, but I'd suggest if you knock somebody or kill them, I guess that's what it is there. And they have material. Pay attention for a second. If they have material, don't sell all of it. Hang on to half of it because the price will usually go up. And if you decide you want to get in crafting, now you got a supply. I gathered for 3.5 years, saving half of everything. And I had to buy so many bank tabs, guild bank tabs, city bank tabs, that it was just kind of huge amounts. So it just, and you play how you want. Play to have fun. But that's about, I don't know what to say, really. I was really hoping I'd find another mist phalanx or whatever they call that here. Or the spider is cool too. But I just enjoy playing casual, and hopefully y'all enjoy it. It's not a bad game, but there is a lot of different things you get to do, and you can pick how you want to play. I've heard about somebody called Swole Benchy, and apparently some people hate him and some people like him. And apparently he's like me. He doesn't like doing the red and black zone. Some people say he lies in his stuff. I don't know if you ever heard of this guy. I used to watch him many years ago. Well, it seems like many years ago. And I don't know, some of the people are saying he makes up numbers. I don't remember. I haven't watched him in a long time. I had been playing for a while and seen some of his stuff, and it was a newbie tutorial. I thought there was some things were okay, but I didn't do the faction stuff at that time. I don't even think I had guild islands at the time. Ironically, I had somebody who kept harassing me, and I mean that politely. He just kept saying, "Hey, come join my guild, come join my guild." And I'm like, what benefit do I get out of it? And he was straight up serious. He goes, "Nothing really, except we get together and do dungeons together." And I was like, "Oh, okay." I didn't lose it. He didn't have money that... It was a free guild. They didn't charge you, but I didn't need anything. I hadn't crafted or anything like that. I just had islands for storage for all my players. I think at last count I had over 30 players. Between guild islands and islands I have over 30. I think 31. So... and yes, I used to have a notebook when I would use the multiple players. So, if you are new and you see something different, I don't know if you want to check out that guy's channel, but there's a lot of people who hate him. And he is not sponsored by Albion, that's for sure. But Burnstone, he's a player and he does Twitch and also does YouTube videos. Only reason I do videos is because I'm bored, and at the time I just thought it was showing off that, look, I'm out here gathering on a mammoth, because the people from the Guild Bongs of Justice, they're picking on me that, you know, I'm a gathering fool. And it's true, you know, I enjoy it. I just walk around and gather. But, so I started making that videos and stuff. I don't know how to edit or anything, so that's why some of my stuff is super long. But I have learned how to turn off this thing. And so I could end the video, but just in case, since I'm in an upgraded mist, I'll leave it run. And if anybody wants to just hang up, I won't be offended. But I did have fun with, somebody ran into me when I was killing the fishing bot. And I did enjoy that. That was fun. The bummer part was I ran back to the city and I missed him taking the final hits. He was able to drag a player over. And please, if you find a fishing bot or even the bots that are gathering materials, report them. The bad part is Albion wants you to record it. You know, how do you, I don't know, you guys are probably smarter than me on how you'd record something without putting it on YouTube to share the link with somebody, but oh, and then if anybody's recording their own YouTube channels, right, leave a comment like, hey, I got my own channel, I got nothing better to do, I'll watch somebody else play. So that would be fun watching other people who do this. Oh, totally missed that tree, didn't I? Y'all are allowed to laugh at my bonehead moves. And look at this, look, these stones. When I first started, you 2 or 3 pieces of silver for them things. Not no more. You can almost make good money going out and gathering stone. Oh, that's the other thing. If you do have your own farm island, every time you come on and off your island, spend a few minutes. Because if you do finally just... Oh, I'll take that. Alright, I need the stalker jacket. Run around, gather up the rough stone, because it takes a lot to turn a guild to a T8. If you're going to go that high, you know, and at some time you may. And it won't hard, you know, it takes you an extra minute. You go around, pound it out, throw them in a bank tab and hang on to them. Save some silver. Be cheap. Be thrifty. I sound like an old man. Save your money, you young whippersnappers. Uh-oh, I'm going to get booted out of the mist. I screwed around. Oh, well. It'll be a good time if I get booted out. Oh, come on. I heard one. There we go. I'm going to get attacked by a tree. Nope. I will end this. I hope y'all have a beautiful day. Great weekend coming up. And I think the saying is, we'll see you on the next video. Take care, everyone.